Hi guys, George here from Zero Period Productions, and today on Skyrim Saturday Mods we're taking a look at Calling the Watchmaker, a Lovecraftian inspired quest by Nimwraith and Big Mac Hornet. I really like that name. This is a short quest mod with a new character and high quality voice acting that seeks to explore some of the lore of the Elder Scrolls, namely the myths surrounding the creation of the universe. The quest itself is pretty straightforward and consists of a few encounters with the new character, Drainos, at his cabin not far from Markarth. There's no requirements for the mod, and it should be compatible with just about everything, unless of course you have a mod that places something directly where his cabin is. I like what you've done with the place. A lot of bookshelves, probably for a lot of books.
A thief, a bandit, or a mindless murderer. Or are you a scholar, with a mind ravenous for something more? A pursuit, if you will.
All of the above? My name is George.
Yes, very well. Names and all, I understand. You clearly mean no ill will. My name is Drainos. You are privileged to know the name. It will soon be etched into the annals of history, for I am a researcher of Arbus.
Arbus?
Mundus, oblivion, Aetherius and the void. It is what encapsulates everything as we know it. It is all.
Researching Arbus, what does that mean?
Everything. In the most literal sense, it is the research of the primordial beginning, and our eventual doom. I do not seek the 9 or 8 or whatever false demand servitude of this contemporary period. I ask even to them, what made you? To what do they owe their existence?
And how's that going? 'Cause it already is confusing me a little bit.
Very well. I have plenty of leads to pursue and research.
Ooh.
Many civilizations rose and fell, but some left behind literature detailing their complex philosophies and thoughts on the origins of this world. With the help of many talented linguists, brave explorers, and countless scholars, I can begin piecing the truth together.
And Fudge Muppet videos, too. It sounds like it could take countless years. What did you do before this research? Could you explain some of your findings to me? Let's just go, like, top down, you know?
You are truly that easily swayed?
Yes.
To see the work that must be done, you let yourself be intimidated into stagnation? What kind of useless...
Ooh, wow, alright.
No, I apologize.
Do you?
I've submerged myself in an ancient reality for so long, I'm afraid I'm losing touch with my own. Continue your questions, if you have more.
What did you do before all this?
I studied to be a mage. I found myself gravitating towards the school of destruction. There's a lot to learn from possessing power capable of taking life away. Even more if you don't use it. The warrior in the garden. But once I taught myself that reticence, I could still feel a hunger, a longing almost, for something better, impactful even. It is that fuel that beckoned me to look higher, to the cosmos.
Could you explain some of these findings to me? 'Cause I'm a little slow sometimes.
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you.
I believe in the beginning there was nothing. This nothing was made of two beings. The two clashed, seeking more than the other. Two parts to a whole. A perfect balance. We knew these as Anu and Padme. For how long the struggle ensued, we do not know. Of course, such a thing did not matter, for time itself is not yet forged.
I'm gonna keep listening. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to interrupt.
And then, another being was given life. A thing of Anu ruptured the delicate balance. Anuil, the soul of everything, came into being. As such, Padme would also bring life of their own. Sithis, the embodiment of change.
Well, what happens next? Well, happened next. This happened. He's recounting the story of creation.
It is there where my ignorance lies. I have yet to delve further into the purpose of both Sithis and Anuil.
Well, you know, hail Sithis because I'm technically a member of the Dark Brotherhood. Not technically, I am. And how do you know all this?
I don't.
Oh.
My findings are the result of an amalgamation of origins, legend, and myths. With that said, even tall tales contain the essence of truth. It simply requires continuous reading and deep thought to find a nugget of truth in the sea of lies.
And how did Anu and Padme give birth to these two beings?
In truth, I am unsure. They seem to be figures of immeasurable power that allowed the inception of such beings. Be it an accident or intentional decision by Anu, I doubt we will ever know. Yet the birth of Sithis may have been a reaction, a response to restore a balance that was sundered by Anu.
Anu? Padme? Why haven't I heard of these beings before?
The worship of such beings is rare, for they do not desire such reverence. Yet few still do. A beggar within the Imperial City was the last true follower I had seen.
Oh, that's an Oblivion
the
reference, yeah.
Worship of such boundless entities would avail you not. They do not yearn for the feeble attention of mortals as Aedra or Daedra do.
There's another, very... very unknown, not divine, but divine being that's also mentioned in Oblivion, just by, a one-off beggar, I remember.
Farewell.
Started calling the Watchmaker.
What can I aid you with?
Oh, can I speak with you again, or is it saying that I already completed that? Okay, he's explained his theory to me. I wonder if he'll make more progress if he is given more time. Alright. I'll be back. I'll bring you some meat, or some food. I don't know how often you get out of the house. I waited 3 days, and it looks like he has more to say.
You return? Welcome. I fear I've not moved far in my efforts.
Damn. Well, he did say it's gonna take years. Me waiting 3 days, it's not giving him much time to do a whole lot, you know? How's the research going?
It has been painstakingly slow. The effort this work demands is taxing, and every new revelation has burdened me with more questions. The question is the road paved before me. I walk its branching paths. I see its forks. I grow more legs.
Can you explain some more of your findings?
Certainly. Listen closely. The inception of our birth was the making of Anuil and Sithis, the offspring of Anu and Padme. Yet their creation was misshapen and was rife with turmoil. I believe this is what caused Anuil to birth another, Oriel, Akatosh, the chief of the Divines.
I recognize that name. He's like, I would sure hope so. I haven't told him I'm Dragonborn yet, though, so, you know.
Yes, the first god. Through his creation of time, the foundations of life were set. It's from here the Aedra and the Daedra came into being. They brought upon creation of the planes of Aetherius and Oblivion, respectively. But to what does this revelation bring? More questions. More forks.
More spoons. Well, what happens next?
Sithis births another, Lorcan, the traitor god to the Mer. He who is responsible for the creation of Mundus, man and Mer. Again, another fork. Each time I travel along these paths, no answers lie on the paved stones.
Is the thing of the Heart of Lorcan isn't necessarily well known by the average person in the Elder Scrolls universe, but I would imagine, given his line of research, that he would have learned about the Heart of Lorcan and its implications over time. What questions do you have?
Sithis, a being of nothing, but still present, and powerful.
Hey, even nothing is something.
It wants to return to what was before. Nothing. However, it finds itself in the same endless clash as its predecessor. The balance of bars. But how? How can something be nothing?
Nothing can also be something. I don't want to be dismissive. No, I'm not sure.
My ponderings were not meant to be answered with a revelation. Such a discovery could never be unearthed by you.
Well, alright. Hey, I could have a lore YouTube channel too. I don't, but I could, maybe. Maybe for Starfield, who knows? You seem to be rather interested in Sithis. Would you like to learn some more about Sithis?
Its existence is an enigma, an aberration that has caused formation of both man and mer. Without Sithis, to be without the void, we would have only everything. The absence of nothing, it confounds me.
Which, that's the whole thing with the Dark Brotherhood, is that we say, oh, we hail Sithis, oh, we worship Sithis, but we don't know that we actually do. We're just saying that. It's the same way that the Night Mother was like, oh, I was the bride of Sithis, but it's some Dark Elf lady from hundreds of years ago. She could be lying too. Or, you know, just convinced that she's the bride of Sithis, but, you know. Why aren't you as interested in Anu or Padme as you are in Sithis? I guess because it's more tangible? As weird as that is to say, because Sithis is technically nothing?
Both primordial beings are the embodiment of undeniable forces, change and stasis. They are simple beings, dedicated to one sole cause. Sithis is paradoxical. By Sithis' own existence, it shouldn't be, and yet it is.
To be or not to be? I need to leave now. I don't know why I need to leave, but yeah.
So be it. Yes? Welcome.
Okay, so it updates to say like, oh, talk to him again, but we'll speak with him another time. I'll come back in another 3 days. Hail Sithis. I love the voice acting. The voice actor did a fantastic job. I would listen to them just like recite Elder Scrolls lore to me, which I'm doing right now technically, but I'll do it again. I'll hear it again. I think they'd make a great, you know, voice actor for other, like, scholars, for other mage-focused mods and stuff like that. And one thing that I'm kind of thinking of right now is, I'm thinking back to a mod that I covered last year, Skyrim Redux, which was trying to get into, like, a weird Lovecraftian sort of story within Skyrim as a new player experience, a new character experience. To me, this is kind of what I wanted from that. Because he's trying to explain, you know, the creation of our universe, of our world, and this is kind of the vibe that I wanted from that mod. I know this isn't adding a whole new main questline, new story, but this is presenting some lesser-known Elder Scrolls lore in a fun way that I think is digestible and approachable for anyone who's looking to know more. And it's interactive, too, which, for me right now, really enjoying it. So, once again, gonna wait right outside his house for 3 days. I know I said I'd bring him mead, but I don't think he actually cares. One thing to note is that I don't know if there's anything other than just the conversations with him. I know that the mod page doesn't give too many details. It just says that it is an ongoing quest in general. This might be one of those mods where, you know, it's best played alongside a playthrough where you talk to him, you go off to kill dragons, to explore crypts and whatnot, do some quests, and then 3 days later, 4 days later, you come back and you say, oh, hey, almost forgot about you. Do you have anything new for me? Rather than me, who as always, I sit here and do everything all at once, which is not necessarily how the mod author intends. I just have to be difficult, don't I? 3 days is kind of like the standard for, oh, if I have to wait for something in Skyrim, I'll wait 3 days. And so far, it's working for this. Well, I've only done it once, but let's see. So far, as in the one time I did it, it worked. Hello, quest marker. Hello, Draenos.
Infected with the taint of curiosity,
Oh no.
damned to fall to its toxins.
I don't want to hear about the infected taint. What? Are you alright?
The answers twist and contort, and our form is ever-changing, ever-contradicting. The damnable paths stretch through the halls of my mind. Each road I travel, they lengthen and never cease.
What are you talking about?
We are not but a speck of dust to a man. We are insignificant, fragile. We can never hope to attain the answers, never. The void lies not in stasis, no corporeal attachment, ever pervasive, always intrusive, yes and no, black and white, hot and cold, light and dark.
Are you talking about Sithis?
That name, one of many, or none at all, or maybe that's not it. They didn't even get an inkling of the vast landscape, not a single iota, and they basked in it. Their ignorance was right in their face, and they think they figured it out. Absolute lunacy.
Are you talking about Sithis' followers? I just quietly hide the Dark Brotherhood robes that I have.
There is no worship of nothing. Just simply are. No churches, no worship, no guilds, no gatherings. You can't do something to appreciate nothing. You do nothing.
What does he want?
Death, decay, the withering away. All that once became a something must return to empty nothing. The before. Yes. Yes, the before.
What happened to you? It's only been 3 days.
It gazed back.
Oh? What?
Nothing. Not an ounce of care or regard was given to me. We are nothing but an obstacle to it. We have no hope in understanding that being.
I also like that he says it because, you know, if Sithis is nothing, Sithis doesn't necessarily have a gender. We always talk about Sithis as being, you know, the Dread Father, the Void Father, but to be the Void, you wouldn't have gender necessarily. What will you do now?
Continue my studies. My research into discerning the secrets of the cosmos.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I'll see you in 3 days again.
We are not but a bug to a man, fragile and meaningless.
I have a feeling this is not gonna go well for him. I have a feeling that this is— Oh! Hey, your face.
He is nothing, yet great of all. How?
Okay, yeah, this is not going well for you. We're seeing his slow descent into madness, which once again
Listen to its beautiful
would be the
dissonance.
interesting thing of if you were doing this alongside a full playthrough, having
Nothing,
that
yet
descent
great of
over time
all.
would be
How?
cool. I noticed this on the baskets over there. I haven't seen this issue before, but everything's just kind of
Falsity is
like
everything. False yet true.
vibrating. I've never seen this before with any of my mods. I've never seen this before, and I haven't changed any mods. I don't know if it's just like a weird incompatibility with SMIM. I wouldn't say it's like a full incompatibility. It's just, I don't know. Once again, see you in 3 days, and I'm kind of scared to see your face then. I'm kind of hoping that we get some sort of like actual quest at the end with him, like he wants us to take him somewhere where he's like, oh, we'll tap into the secret of the void together, and then he disappears, for instance. So once again, maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much of Arniel's endeavors and comparing this to that, but that's a way that I could see this going. Either way, I don't think he's going to survive the mod. I think he's going to die. Sorry, Dranos. I don't know if he's going to be asleep, but I guess we'll see. I'm kind of scared to see his face. Dranos. Oh, he's not here. Things are starting to float a little bit, too. He's not here at all. The Night Mother's truth makes sense that he would have that. Things are still vibrating. Things are now floating, too. Sithis, there be dragons, yeah. I am a little worried. I think he went off on an adventure. I think he went off on a quest. I'll wait a couple more days and I'll come back. Oh, wait. Why is there paper out here? Do I need to follow the paper? Which, I don't know if there's paper to actually follow, because there's only the 2 scrolls, the 2 rolls that I see. That would also be rough to try and follow a paper trail, a literal paper trail, because as it is, you know, the paper rolls, and it's not in set locations, so it'd be impossible to follow that Were that the intention? Let me at least wait till morning. And then look around. Wait, is there something over here? Oh, Yep. We found him. Void. I think he found it. I very, very, very much think he found it. He has a Daedra heart, a Crimson Nirn root, a steel dagger, the ringing sound of time. Well, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping we could go somewhere with him, that we would maybe see his actual death. But he didn't really seem to care too much about us. He seemed just to put up with us. Yeah. It is really interesting, though, because it reminds me a lot of the rumors and myths about the Godhead in the Elder Scrolls, that it's impossible for the average person to try and even comprehend some of the creation lore, or like the meta lore, the metaphysics of the world. And in this case, it's a portrayal of, okay, the closer you get to the truth, the more dangerous it is. It was nice knowing you for the short time that I did know you. Like I said at the start, this is a shorter quest mod, but it still does quite a bit really well. It serves as an interesting and interactive way to learn a little bit more about the lesser-known Elder Scrolls lore. If anything, what I like is that it isn't some grandiose story that gives you definitive answers about the universe. Instead, you see how this obsession with knowledge and getting closer and closer to unlocking these secrets is dangerous, a theme that we've seen many times in the Elder Scrolls before. This mod was made as a submission for the Skyrim Mod Jam, which is being hosted by the Skyrim Guild Discord. The Mod Jam has been running from July 19th and will be running until August 19th of this year, with the general theme for submissions being that of death. Content creators such as Mern, Heavy Burns, and Sin Gaming will be chiming in and giving their opinions on the submissions. I'm hoping to see some more of these submissions myself, and possibly showcase some of them here on the channel. There's a prize pool of $100 that will go to the winner. I'm including a link to the Discord server below for anyone who might be interested. While it might be outside of the scope of what the mod intended, I think it would have been really interesting had there been a quest where we venture off with Draenos and see his death for ourselves. Or even if we had one more scene in interaction with him before his untimely demise. I don't know if the mod author would be interested in expanding on the mod at all, but I very much think there's quite a bit that could be done here, while still ensuring that the mod doesn't try to solve the mysteries of the world. As I said during the main body of the video, the voice acting is incredibly well done, and I would love to see the actor, Big Mac Hornet, in other mods moving forward. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see me play something other than Skyrim, you're in luck, because I'll be covering Starfield extensively starting in September. But you can always catch me streaming some other games on twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time here on Skyrim Saturday. Bye bye.